égyptienne hip-hop sur PUREchannel. C'est un plaisir de parler avec ce groupe. Hi guys, thank you very much for being on PUREchannel. Of course, the first question, because we are in the desert, people are really gonna think you come from Egypt and you're doing hip-hop. And when we read articles on the web, it's always starting like this. Those guys don't come from Egypt, and
it's been building up to this moment, being in the desert, and then someone going on the internet and going, "Oh wow,
they're really Bedouin
Egyptian."
Yeah, we all come from Manchester, and we all met in various ways. We went to school together, we went to college together. These guys were friends outside of all of that.
And we all went to college together.
Yeah, and all of those four also went to college together. So yeah, it's just a big
educational fluke.
Yeah. I want to talk about the music and all the music, you're doing. And the first thing to introduce, maybe I don't know if you agree with me, is the energy you always keep and the clever balance in between bass and drums, a tight production, and then the keyboards and guitars that are much more melodic.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that description?
Yeah, that's definitely the. It's not a conscious aim, but it seems to be just the way that we work, the way that we think we sound best is focused in that way, I suppose.
The very tight production and sound of the rhythmic I'm talking about allows you to be, as you said, very free on the guitar. But there's a very clever way also. The songwriting is also could be very pop sometimes, and it's a compliment in my
We do intend.
It's like a challenge.
We do intend to be pop. Yeah, it's in a way
accessible. Yeah, that's the most exciting thing, is to go, oh, I want to do this, and then I'll do it in a way that anyone can understand it. That's like the name of the game in a way. Like, disguise the most ridiculous idea you can in something that a child will listen to. I mean, it's not as if we make music for children, but it's
Well, you could say it's easier to do something that's purely weird and that is going to have a very niche audience, but it's hard to. Well, we try a lot to do something that's weird and also sort of pop again.
I'd like to say then also a point very important is the voice, and there's a song called Moon Crooner, but I think the whole record is and whole music. Sorry, I've listened of yours is about being a crooner too, and maybe a new crooner, but in the voice I think it's very present.
That was kind of the idea, I suppose. Like, because that was what it was like before it even had a name, and then
be like Aztec techno.
That was something different, but no, that song's just pure. Like, as soon as it was there, I was like, oh, this could. If I'd done it a different way, it would have been Hall & Oates or something. But yeah, I kind of want it. I don't know. Yeah, it's like Michael Jackson or something, basically.
It was really,
but
really pop.
Not really as good as him.
No, but it's hard to do.
Yeah, it is hard.
Did it change something to work with the producer? Maybe you were working before with the producer.
We were, but at that time, the time of recording those tracks that you've mentioned, the early things, that was like 2-3 years ago. We didn't have as much of an idea. We didn't have as much of an idea what we wanted to do. We just kind of did things, so it wasn't directed, which meant that the producers we worked with, I mean, they got what they got out of us, but at the same time, we've moved on quite a lot from that sound in a way. But
it changed now. I mean, the last songs you did.
Yeah.
In what way? Like finding good interaction with the producer.
Oh yeah. The guy we worked with, Richard Formby,
I think we took more control. That was the more than any, like, because Richard was great, but I think the most important thing is that we all like, yeah, for one thing, he let us do it, 'cause some producers wouldn't even accept that, but I think the main thing was that we just actually knew how we wanted it to sound with the album. Like, with the EP, we had songs, but we didn't know exactly how they should sound, which is why, I don't know, which is why we have moved on a lot, basically.
How would you describe the evolution of the sound and the production? How did you work on that?
Just a lot more consideration and a lot more awareness of the intended result, I suppose. We knew what we wanted with a lot of them, because we'd thought about, we'd had those songs, a lot of the songs on the album, they'd been written, so some of them had been written for a lot longer than
before we recorded.
Yeah, so we knew the songs really well, and we had an idea, and we'd gradually shifted everything about them. So when we went to the studio, it was fairly easy to sort of get it right in a way.
Last question is about the live set. And so yeah, did you prepare something special, or did generally the set is in constant evolution? I mean, the songs, the time, the progressions in the song.
Yeah, actually, I suppose those are in regards to like older stuff we're playing, because that's pretty much the minority of the set now. Is
playing Wild Human
Child. We're doing that song, but that has actually like evolved in a way. Just we kind of know more what we want it to sound like a bit now, so it sounds fresher.
Thank you very much for that time together. It was a pleasure, and I hope we introduce well the band. Okay, thanks.